What's up, y'all? Hey, do I look Amish? My wife, my wife said, "Baby, you got to clean up your mustache." I was like, "Word, I do." And then I looked in the mirror. I thought to myself, "Yes, sir, you got to trim up your little stash right there." So I got my clippers, and I heard her say in the other room, "You better not shave it off," because I like it shaved off because it's cleaner. It doesn't tickle my lip when I'm eating food. If I'm eating a sandwich, people with mustaches know what I'm talking about. They might not know what I'm talking about now because under their nose is numb. Mine is not. Mine is it's picking up a new sense. Like the little spidey senses. You know, like when the hairs in your back stand up? If you don't feel right about a situation or environment that you're in or a person that you're around or an animal that you're about to pet, you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I should pet this animal." I've seen National Geographic stories where this animal just randomly bites people. It looks cute though. My hands are looking for something nice and soft to pet. It tickles, man, like I'm, chewing. And I got little hairs like tickling under the underside of my nose. I don't need that, especially when I'm eating something. I got a mouthful of sandwich. My nose is itching now, and I'm like, "Man, what is going on?" And then I spill something out of my mouth, and it falls down on my shirt. And what if I'm wearing a work shirt, and I only have one work shirt? Man, I got to shave it off. That was going through my mind at the moment. And then I walked into the living room, and she's like, "Oh my God, did you just do that?" I'm like, "Yes, I did, but why did you ask me a question that you know the answer to? That's out of character." My wife, man, she'll walk into a room, and if I move a glass, if I rotate the glass to where there's like a little mark on the rim, on the top, or the brim, or whatever they call it, she'll see that across the room. It's like, "Did you move that glass?" How do you pick up on stuff like that? And then you say something like, "Oh my gosh, did you really shave off your mustache?" What am I supposed to do? Just stand there and be like, "Well, I'm going to wait for you to solve this one yourself." Because obviously you're an attention to detail type of person. Man. So speaking of all that ridiculousness, yesterday, so I get to work. I get to work at 1. And I was thinking the whole day that I was going to be clocking out at 9. So I'm thinking, man, I got about an hour. I'm looking forward to this last hour. And we were just, doing our thing, man. And then I went to go clock out. I literally went to go clock out at 9:05. And when I went to go clock out, just something dawned on me. There's very few people here closing tonight. Let me check my schedule, because I'm getting a spidey sense. Sure enough, I clocked out 55 minutes early. I'm supposed to be there until 10. I was shocked. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I started playing games with myself up here. Couldn't listen to music because there were still customers in the store at like 9:30 because they were getting something fixed or what. I can't remember what it was. Sometimes that's what happens. Like, if we're in the middle of a job, whether it's fixing a phone or getting someone set up on their new iPad, whatever it is. I mean, we will stay there. Damn, he just cuts me off. That's cool. Glad I was paying attention. And he's like throwing his arms up like I'm the one that... How do you undercut someone? Well, I uppercutted you. Oh, man. But yeah, so I started playing games with myself, trying to pass the time by. And everything that I was seeing in the store, I was trying to, that reminds me of War Robots. Or that reminds me of something in War Robots. Or that reminds me of a player I met in War Robots. Or that reminds me of a weapon in War Robots. That reminds me of this and that. And I have no idea how my mind works. I wish I did. I wish I could go inside my mind for like 5 minutes and interview my brain and be like, hey man, let me know what's up. Where do these thoughts come from? Number one. Oh man, it's like, where am I thinking? What am I thinking? Am I watching too little TV and I'm just reminiscing of all the shows I've watched? Okay. I was watching the Leah Riggedy that Scientology documentary on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on A&E or Oxygen Network, Country Music Television. I don't know what it's called. And like, I've known a lot of Scientologists because I live near Clearwater. I mean, that's like it's the capital of the world, I think. What? I don't even know how this came to my mind. But I haven't talked to a Scientologist in a long time, and I don't know like why Leah came into my mind, the actor. So she was talking about how basically like you go through the different steps and stuff. I don't know. And so you get to a certain level. How I'm thinking about War Robots. You get to a certain level and you get tested. And that test it's not your league ranking, because you're always going to just stay in champion or masters and expert, or expert and diamond, or diamond and gold. You're always going to be at that line. You're not going to like do horrible for 5 matches and then get put in gold league. It doesn't work like that. So you get to a level, you get tested, you start facing all this competition that's, really strong, and some of them are really weak, and wherever you kind of fall in the middle, there you are. Whatever. It's definitely not like that, but you get what I'm saying. So you get tested, and you're told you can move up. There's War Robot pilots here. You get all your experience, and you're then told, you can move up. And then you're like, oh yes, I can move up. I passed my test. Yes, you passed your test. You got all your XP, your experience points. But there's a catch. You've got to pay 500 gold to get from like level 1 to level 2, which would be what, level 10 to level 11 or whatever it is. And then you gain your experience points, and then you are told you're ready to graduate, but you got to pay whatever. I'm not even to that point yet, but I know you have to pay whatever it is in gold. So that makes me think like, oh man, with Scientology you move up based on what that lady Leah was talking about, where you get to a certain point, but you can't move up to the next level unless you pay money. I mean, we're talking about real money. We're talking about, well, kind of like it seems like it happens in the documentary too. People who spend way too much money, and then their wives end up leaving them, or their kid is like, no way, you just spent my money that I've been making on mowing lawns on a damn dostrier with a paint job. Ooh, it's limited edition. I don't care. I mowed 5 lawns for that. Man. Okay, so yeah, that with the pilots, and the other thing was with pilots. So I was in the military. I wasn't in for as long as some of y'all, and I haven't seen what some of y'all have seen. So I take my hat off to you guys any day, out of mad respect. And we're talking about people that have served their time in vocations like firefighting, police officer, deputies, letter carriers, post office, people that are teachers, people that move up the ranks, that go from the very bottom, put in their work, and then they just keep moving up because they haven't quit. They haven't given up. they were steadfast and they were motivated and driven to be better tomorrow than they were today, and today better than yesterday. Mad respect to y'all. So let me put my hat on so I look less Amish. Stop. I know one of y'all was like, you still look Amish, bro. Like, man. All right, so that being said, the thing I have a problem with the pilots, the pilot idea is amazing. But what lost it for me was that you have to pay gold, and if you don't have gold, you're going to pay with time, and the game is moving so fast that you're not going to pay with time because you're going to pay with real money, or you're going to sell your entire like 3-4 hangars so that you can afford that conversion of components so you can get that meta, which you can't afford to upgrade anyway. So you're going to eventually have to pay real money. Not everyone, but a lot of people, the people that started paying in the beginning, don't have that big of an issue now because their bots and their weapons have already surpassed the test of time. They've leveled them up. They've had the silver. They've had the gold because they were wise spenders. And then now it's like the people that didn't invest early are the ones that are sucking wind. I can't do, I gotta get my cardio up. My lungs, I'm feeling tight. My chest is tight. Do I have a chest? Sorry, I'm knocking on the mic. All right. So my thing is that you are putting in all your work to graduate to that next level, and then you find out that you have players that, you know what, I don't want to wait. I'll just pay the rank right now. I'll pay the advancement right now. And I'll go from level 0, no pilot, to level 70, Adrian Chong pilot, and however many silver or gold that is, I can just bypass it all. I can boost the experience, I can pay for the advancement, and I can be level 70 right now. That's equivalent to me walking into my in my local recruiter's office and say, you know what, man, I don't want to start at level E1. Man, I'm going to pay to be Sergeant Major. You're going to be a Sergeant Major right now? Yeah, I'm going to be your boss and everyone's boss. I'm going to be a Command Sergeant Major in the entire military. Everyone. I'm going to be the commander. No, screw that. I'm going to be the Commander-in-Chief. I'm just going to pay it all now. I'm going to take it all. I just made all my money. Give me my paycheck. Make me the president. And then you have, in the Legend League, you go there and you see a bunch of, like, everyone's 5-star generals. You can't be a 5-star general, but somehow you could because you had pockets deep enough, or you took somebody else's credit card when they were sleeping. Man, that's crazy. That just doesn't even make sense to me. Like, you should be advancing based on experience. I mean, that's what makes sense to me. Or whoever designed the whole pilot thing, because the pilot thing is I tip my hat off to that person or those groups of people that made up that part of the game, because it's a beautiful introduction to the game and refreshing things. But it seems like that was a shortcut or a corner that was cut, trying to figure out how to get people to get from level 1, let's say, because I think level 70 is the most. I think level 70 is the highest. So you go from level 1 to level 10. So you get from all that. I think that's where you're boosting your gameplay, gets your experience, and your experience then boosts you to where you can get promoted. I think that's how it is. It's like 1 to 10, and then you go from 10 to 11, and then I think you do 11 to whatever, and you grind, and then you can boost or whatever. But it just seems like it should be time and rank. Meaning, you use that bot and those weapons in order to get yourself enough experience to be able to be promoted. So your resume grows, your experience grows, your time in battle grows, and you're then able to be promoted. And then you should have a test that's specifically for that bot and weapon combination, because essentially that's what your skills lists are based on, that the player's bot and weapon choice. And you should have tests, like actual real tests, that you compete in using that bot and weapon choice combo to display your competencies with that bot weapon combo to be promoted. And if you fail it 5 times, then you can pay your 500 gold, because that means that you don't have to go through another testing or something like that. That's how maybe it should be. But it just seems like, it's kind of like someone in the board meeting, they pitch this idea and everyone's like, "Oh man, that's totally awesome." And then someone in the back is like, "Wait a minute. What about the people?" I don't know Russian. I don't even know how to do a Russian accent. Imagine those people, how pissed they would be if you introduced all this stuff and they couldn't buy it now. We have people that could just drop a hat full of cash in the lap of Mr. Amish looking man and say, "I want it all." And when you're going to deny them having it all? And then everyone's like, "That is true." That's so not what a Russian would do. I don't know. Oh, that's so wrong. I don't even know. I don't even know. But you see what I'm saying? Oh, man, I'm already at 16 and a half minutes. 16:50. But I think you know what I'm saying. All right. Enough of that. The other thing that I thought about was... oh, man. You know that I work at Apple part-time, and I'm also a personal trainer. That's my full-time thing. My main source of income. So with War Robots, my main source of in-game revenue to spend it in the game is fighting, is battling. I'm in it to win it. Well, I'm not really in it to win it, because there's no really just percentages and averages. But do the best I can in every single match to get the most silver that I could possibly get. Okay. So my grinding, that's how I get my flow, my cheddar in the game. Now, if I want to get more in the game, I pay my premium. I pay my dues. So I have premium for 30 days. Now, in the real world, did my voice just crack? In the real world, if I wanted to boost my income, I'm going to have to pay for essentially marketing. So I pay Facebook ads, Google search and all that stuff, AdWords, to get myself more exposure so more people buy my training or my expertise. So it boosts my income, but I'm paying for it. I'm getting more out of what I would be doing if I was just doing it without paying for advertising. And let's say that I'm into multiple streams of income that get me different perks and benefits. One of them is that I work at Apple. So I'm getting an additional source of revenue, but I have additional perks and benefits that I wouldn't have if I was just a personal trainer with no Apple. You get what I'm saying? So in the game, you grind for your silver and your gold and your experience points, and then the honor points or whatever for the chests, and then you have your keys, which I don't even know if people still use that thing anymore. So you're getting all this different revenues coming in that you can spend within the game in their own little respective ways. But I can pay to get those things, get those perks and benefits. So I can pay somebody to get me something at a different store. Like I could go and be like, I'm sure I'm not going to like achieve much, but it's just easier if I'm grinding in my vocation. I have all these different, revenue splits or revenue sources of revenue. So I'm passively gaining revenue faster, which it would be kind of like, the upgrade times are decreased by 50%. The cost of upgrades are decreased 50%. So I'm paying for an advantage in that I'm getting that 50% off. You know what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. I'm half the time I don't even know what I'm saying. And the reason why I'm like losing my focus is because I'm almost to work, and I got to clock in a few minutes. So yeah, I had this. It was like another one that I was thinking, like, dang man, that was actually kind of savvy. But I forgot what it was going to be. Dang. But yeah, holla. Oh, I do look Amish. Dang. It's all good, man. I love meeting some Amish people. They're like, oh man, I like some droopy people. I don't even know if I've ever met an Amish person. I seen a documentary on the Amish people, but it was mainly the kids that were breaking out of the Amish community because they wanted to just go out and party. Man, it's not actually as fun as you think it is. Like, you think it's fun right now because you have a cocktail of alcohol, Mary Jane, adrenaline, testosterone, ego, all that stuff. But that fun won't last. You'll end up growing out your mustache in no time because you admire the tickle on the bottom of the nose. I know you guys. You guys are awesome, and you guys command respect. Rig respect. I totally forgot what I was going to say. All right, I have to go to work. I love you. Of course, man, you know me. I did my Dunkin' Donut thing. I need to eat this real quick. But I'm not going to have you on the thing, on the camera, because, like, man, why are you chewing in my ear, man? I know there's people that will actually watch it, probably live. They'll be like, oh, man, Droop is on there eating a donut. Oh, man. Well, that looks inviting. Looks like a hamburger, a breakfast hamburger. Ham. I really forgot what I was going to say. Dang it. All right, y'all. I will holla at you. And let me know in the comment section, like, what kinds of videos that you want me to start making. I need some direction. I need some inspiration. I need some education. I need a bullet point. I need to go by bullet points. I think if I went by bullet points, y'all probably be happier. And I wouldn't get tomatoes thrown at my face. Man, stay on topic. So look Amish. No, no matter where you are in the world, I hope you, your friends and family are happy, healthy, and safe. And I'll holla at you, y'all. Love you. Peace.